Okay, hello everyone. This is Xavion reporting from Cortland, New York, home of the 2010 Jets training camp. It's also home of the 2009. Will be home in 2011 and 2012 training camp for New York Jets. Just wanted to summarize my experience here so far, let everyone know how this has been going, what's been going on here. To start, the first two questions I will answer is no, Darrell Revis is still not here, and no, Brett Favre is not coming here. I don't know if he's retiring or if he's not retiring, if he's going to play another year, if he's not, if he's going to stick to high school, middle school kids. I don't know. But I can tell you he's not coming to the Jets. All right, so if anything else comes up, you got any other questions you want to ask me, you can reach me on Twitter at PR1MEX, and that's PrimeX for you guys that are reading too much into everything. And you can also reach me on Facebook. That's Xavion, XAVION, Newkirk. So hit me up either of those two outlets, and I'll be happy to respond, answer any questions that you may have so far about camp. I'm only going to be here one more day. Actually, not even one more day. I'll leave tomorrow morning early, so I won't even be able to catch any of the practices tomorrow. San Antonio Holmes has just arrived into Cortland. He will be at today's afternoon practice, according to Rex. He doesn't even have to pass his physical until right before or after his 4-game suspension is served. So hopefully we'll get to see some of him this afternoon. We had a couple of players that were signing autographs today. Today was the offensive linemen and tight ends. Tight end number 1, Dustin Keller. He had stayed after practice a little bit to work out with Sanchez. They had a little pitch and catch session, but after that he walked in. Even though I asked him on Twitter if he was coming to sign out, he said that Rex was going to have him out there today. It's no big deal, DK. We still a fan. So we got a couple autographs from the linemen. Mango Maniacs. Just wanted to go ahead and shout that out for my boy Eric Grego real quick. Mango Maniacs. Funny story, I actually walked up to Mango to get his autograph. I had mentioned to him that I was eating in his shirt last night on Twitter, and he told me not to get a stain on him, so I had to let him know that shirt's still stain free. All right, Nick, so I appreciate the autograph, and we'll see you Pro Bowl year. Hopefully you get that big contract extension you're looking for. Also, yesterday we had wide receiver signing, so Dustin Keller, Jericho Cotchery. Braylon Edwards didn't sign anything. He had to go inside right after practice, so there was no signatures from him. And Monday, they had the linemen, defensive linemen, signing autographs, so we got a couple there. So far, as everything, how everything's going in camp, notes for the day. Coles is back. He's wearing number 19. Braylon and the beard are looking magnificent. He's made some pretty spectacular catches so far in camp. I think him and Dustin Keller have to be up there with great catches of the camp so far. Both of them. Braylon's actually made 2 spectacular one-handed grabs. Dustin Keller made a hell of a one-handed catch. I don't know like how he did it. He was so fast. He caught a ball that was behind him with one hand, just reached his hand out, snatched it, and got it in. It was a great catch. Braylon, he was being covered by Antonio Cromartie, and he just made a spectacular catch. Sanchez threw it up high. I thought the ball was going out of bounds. Next thing I know, Braylon Edwards' hand is up in the air. He taps the ball and then grabs it with his other hand. It was a pretty amazing catch, something that you would have had to see. I wish I could have gotten video of it for you. Hopefully it'll be on Hard Knocks, so maybe you will get to see that catch. Anyway, Brad Smith, he's actually been very impressive. He's made a couple of catches. Nice catch and run yesterday for a touchdown. Nice catch over the middle. And the thing I always notice with Sanchez, that every time he throws a touchdown pass, no matter how long a touchdown pass it is, he's always the first one running down there to congratulate the person that caught that ball. So it's good to see that. He's like a big kid out there. He's having fun, but he's also being a veteran. He's showing leadership. Also, I think yeah, that Brad Smith is getting the hang of this wide receiver thing. Didn't get much of a look at defense the first 2 days. Today I did get a nice close up of the defense. Watched some linebacker drills, some defensive end drills, defensive line drills. They were looking pretty good. And a lot of them have great strength. I mean, they were taking that tackling dummy and just throwing it aside. It's pretty good. As far as the another person that has impressed me has been tight end Jeff Cumberland. He's a rookie. He's not supposedly not much of a blocker, but he has a great athlete. He's just great size. I mean, he's a huge guy, and he's making some pretty good catches. He's been solid. Actually, a funny story is I had walked to camp yesterday, and as I was walking to the afternoon practice, I had to run into a member of Jets personnel. I believe he said his name was JoJo, so I'm not sure of his full name. But as I was walking, I was talking with him, and then we happened to have Mike Westhoff, special teams coach, come out, and he was getting on his bike to ride it down to practice for special teams practice. And when I had saw him, he had saw JoJo. He had mentioned to him. He's like Jeff has been really impressing him as well. So I'm thinking Cumberland might be able to do something. If we get that blocking done, he's a big guy. Should be good for blocking. So hopefully he'll be able to make the team and look good doing it. All right, and just as far as things go, I mean, I'll give you more play-by-play updates. Just want to say it's been fun. I've been having the time of my life out here. It's been a lot of fun experiences. It's been great hanging out with the guys. I just want to give a few shout-outs to the guys. I mean, 'cause we were the livest group of people there at practice every day that we were at practice. Big shout-out to Antonio, also known as Gangrene 4200 on Twitter. Mark Caswell, he's a goofball. His name's Casball on Twitter. Paulie Brews on Twitter. Eric Grego, leader of the Mango Maniacs. Grego19. Eric Manesy from jetstwit.com, JETSWTWIT. Also on Twitter, E_man. And Rob Nacarano, he's the president of the South Florida Fan Club. And he's been out there. He's been giving me a lot of tips and helping me out because we're trying to have our own fan club in Charlotte. We do have a fan club, but we're trying to get it big. He's doing big things out there, so it's good to get his advice on things. Also, Tim Ryan, also known as Tim Ryan 83 on Twitter. So it's great to hang out with those guys. They've made camp a fun experience. We've been going back and forth with the players. It's great hearing the players interact with the fans. Just yesterday, we were jawing around with Sanchez. Sanchez was sitting down, and one of my buddies yells out about his Toyota. Sanchez looks over and says, "Yeah, great time to buy." So that was pretty funny. Also, I did have my man Antonio goes and says to Braylon, "Can I get an autograph from the Beard?" Sanchez out of nowhere goes, "You don't want that." So it was nice getting to interact with the players a little bit. We started chanting out "Sexy Rexy," and Bart Scott yells out "No homo," so that was pretty funny. And just today, we were yelling out to Bart. We had tried to get Bart back. Him and I think it was Cromartie. They were posing for Hard Knocks cameras and looked like they were doing something like some kind of ab contest or something. I don't know. But it kind of looked kind of suspect in my opinion. So I yell out to Bart, "No homo," and he said, "Hey, no homo," and he had some other things to say. So probably you can see that on TV, Hard Knocks. Also, it was great that Mark Sanchez had been eating during one of the breaks. Actually, all the players were eating these little ice pops. I didn't know what they were, so we were all sitting there trying to figure out what they were. So I yelled out, "Hey, Mark, what you eating?" And I think he said it was Auto Pop or something like that. So shout outs to Auto Pop. I asked him if it's better than a hot dog, and he wasn't sure. He was like, nah. So shout outs to those hot dogs that he was eating at that Raiders game. Good stuff. Okay. Well, back to practice notes. Someone else who's been really, really, really impressive has been rookie fullback John Connor. Not the leader of the resistance, John Connor, but probably just as impressive. He's been knocking guys' blocks off. He's been solid. I watched him doing blocking drills today. He was pretty solid. Doing great jobs during practice. I believe it was 11 on 11's red zone drills, maybe. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But on one of the plays, Calvin Pace had jumped off sides and he popped the mess up. I mean, Calvin Pace is a big dude. And John Connor you just hear the pop is real. I mean, he stopped him in his tracks. So, big shout out to John Connor. He's a real deal. Also, who's been impressive? Clowney's been up and down. I mean, I'm not sure about Clowney. I know Clowney has a lot of fans on Twitter and everything. I mean, he's a good dude. Does a lot of the charity work. He tries to do. He tries his hardest, but he's been up and down. Day one, he was dropping a lot of balls. Day two, he was a little bit better. Today, he had a couple of misses, a couple of drops. He had a tip ball that in the end zone and red zone drills that rookie Kyle Wilson picked off. Kyle Wilson's also looking pretty good. I mean, he still probably has a long way to go, but I think he'll be a solid addition for this team. I think he's going to be a great player. Also, watching those blocking drills, I also happen to notice that Jim Leonard's pretty good at getting to the quarterback. Looks like he has such a low center of gravity. It's hard to get low on him to try and block him for those plays. So it's been great watching him get after the quarterback. And Vernon Golston. I mean, a lot of people were warning. Well, I mean, I guess people have stopped expecting or wanting. I mean, really, it's only been 2 years. So, I mean, a lot of people are trying to write him off already. But, I mean, I think this year will be a big year for him. He has to, make a point this year. He's always been. I've said every time he's been in, he's always been double teamed. So people have had to account for him. So we'll just make sure that he gets on the field. He did have a nice pass defense yesterday. Got up real high to knock a ball down. He's trying. He's working now. I mean, a lot of people credit his heart, but I think he's trying. He's getting double teamed in practice. They're fighting. He's trying to fight through. So we'll see how that goes. I'm rooting for Golston. I'll be the first to say it. I guess I'm rooting for Golston. I want him to do good. And let's see. Yesterday afternoon there were special teams practices. A lot of punting and kickoff returns. I'll tell you this: Cromartie looks like a gazelle or some kind of long, lanky animal that just runs. I mean, he looked like he can sprint with a racehorse. I mean, that's how he looks out there. Pretty long, lanky arms. He's had a couple of picks in practice so far. I think he had 2 today alone. So he's going to be a good addition. I can't wait till Revis gets in. We get to see them both on the field at the same time. It's going to be wreaking hell out there in the secondary. And I think that'll make Sanchez better too. Having to play against those guys every day in practice, I mean, how can you not get better? Either get better or you get gone. So it's going to be great.